Hi everyone, Clickbait Gaming, and guess what? We are going to be talking about bad teams and being on them, and what you can do to potentially solve the problem. Um, in this particular game, we did have um, healers, but we didn't have a tank. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've seen 4 DPS win in defense because it was just all about pure DPS, and the healers were able to keep them upright a little bit and do DPS on their own as well. But that's not going to happen this game, okay? This was a bad team. And you'll see how bad it was at the end of the game when you see the end game stats. But before we get into more talks about bad teams and how we could fix being on a bad team, please press like and subscribe. And also leave comments below on any ideas you think how to prevent the bad teams from being bad. And, bad teams are going to be bad because they fail to recognize situations. I'm on a bad team. I'm playing Iron Fist. I'm playing Iron Fist selfishly. I am darting in and out, doing what Iron Fist is supposed to be doing. I had a really good game. I'm the only person on my team with a really good game. Everyone else was below average or worse. Okay? And below average, it means you're almost at average, but there was a lot of bad play. And I'm not going to complain to that player or anything else. If I'm going to talk to that player, I'm going to be constructive as possible. Hey, how about maybe doing this next time? You don't have to be an asshole and tell people that you suck because you're only got 5 KOs and 4 deaths and you don't belong playing. You should uninstall. That doesn't do anyone any wonders. You are a bad human being for saying stuff. I used to do that stuff back in the day, and I realized that it was uncool. It is. Everyone's done it. And if you say you haven't done it, you're lying to all yourself. So, and all of us. So, don't. Every gamer gets upset. Very few gamers. There's less than 1% of the gamers in this world that actually will go, "Hey, that was good play, man. You taught me something." You know, Everyone gets upset because we want to do better. It's human nature. You know that we sucked, and we're venting our frustration out why we sucked. But we're pinning the blame on, oh, I didn't get healing, or the tank's not doing his job, or the DPS isn't killing what I'm targeting as a tank, and I need to help him. Or we could, it, no, there's a lot of strategy and teamwork that goes into this game, and you can't just say blame, blame, blame. It may be true that the healer's not healing. It may be true the tank's not doing what he's, but what can you do about it? That's what you need to focus on. It's not what the other person can do. It's what can you do about it. If there's nothing you could do about it, there's options you can do. This is when you got to go, okay, let's have a little checklist. Do I need to change my character? Or do I need to position myself better? Do I need to do this? There's always A, B, C, D. There's always options to do better. And you don't and if you can maximize your characters without relying on a healer, if you maximize your characters without relying on a tank, you're going to do well in this game, and you're going to probably pick up another 5 to 10% win percentage in your games. I've done this in other games. Right now, on this account here, I suck, and I have thought about changing my name to "I suck at this game." I may still do it. So if you see me in the game, even with "I suck at this game," shout out, say hi. You might be on YouTube. Now, we can't control matchmaking. It's out of our control. You cannot control if you got good teammates or bad teammates. Odds always say if you have a bad team, you should get a good team the next game. Not necessarily. I had yesterday probably one of the worst gaming experiences I had, and I had 10 losses in a row. Some of those games were close games. Some of them were close. But a lot of them were just raffle stomps, and I couldn't believe how bad they were. And this was in competition. I couldn't believe how many bad teams I got, and it left me pretty jaded towards the game and its matchmaking. Like, how can this be happening? You know, you would figure the 50-50 rule will kick in at some. It didn't. It didn't, and it was miserable. Um, so, but we're gonna leave it at that. Bad teams do happen. I just shut the game down, went and did something else. Calmed myself down, but I didn't blame anyone for it because some of the losses could have been my fault. Some of the losses could have been the healer's fault. Some of the losses could have been the tank's fault. Or some of the losses could have been the team as a whole because we sucked as a whole. But games like that are going to happen. It's frustrating when it happens too often. And that's why we get toxic gameplay, people who are quitting, and the quitters are the worst. I don't care if it's even a quick match game. I really don't. I rather see you play all the way to the end and try to learn from the game. You can't learn by quitting. If you're quitting, you're just a quitter and you're not learning anything. You're thinking other people. You're writing coattails of other people if you're not that good, and you got to quit the game. Seriously. I don't care if you're a good player. If you're quitting on a team and you're a good player, you suck too because you're not playing the game for the right reason. It's a game. It's entertainment. And here, in this situation, I got onto the vehicle to stop it from going forward. It's now going backwards. But my team is playing so far off of it, who's defending, and I'm the one going in the backfield trying to take care of this kind of stuff. Moon Knights launching their ultimates from safe distances. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to do my job, but my team failed throughout this whole game on playing on the objective. They really did. They just let the objective walk all by itself for the most part. Then didn't position themselves like here. I'm trying to do what I can. I gotta stay in this thing, and I'm gonna try to reset. I didn't know how much meters I had, but yeah, here I go. I lost the game. I ended up dying, so it didn't matter. And someone disconnected right there. We had a quitter because someone did. They had their ultimate. They quit with the ultimate. Bad, bad, bad. Yes. Anyways, we get bad teams. We can't fret on them. And as you see the end game stats here, guys, my team was bad. The story tells itself. I had a good game. I went 12-5, but everyone else was below average or worse. And as a whole. Anyways, please leave a comment below. Tell me what your games are like. We'd like to know. And as the video comes to an end here, we'll see you next time. And please press like and subscribe to the channel. It does help it out. And thanks for watching to the very end. Have a great day.